If you have blocks, grab them. If not, no biggie. We're gonna start sitting in your most comfortable way today. So that might be on your shins like so. It might be on a pillow or two, on a block or two, cross-legged. So just take a moment to do that. And we're going to start with pranayama. We're coming to the end of February. Well, literally like middle end of February. And after this weekend, we start this 30-day kind of transition period in our bodies, moving towards the light, right? So we've got the time change coming in March. We also have spring coming in March. And we have not only physically, emotionally, and mentally been in this really deep, deep hibernation, and we're still kind of in it. But hopefully we're starting to see the light. So it's a really good time to make sure we're processing not only physical movement and the cellular movement through the body, but this emotional kind of transition towards spring. And normally we only work on transitions like the 2 weeks in and out of a season change. But because this year has looked so different, it's really important that we really start slowly and it's not just kind of a boom, spring, let's get back to normal. It's not. We're kind of honoring where we are. So, with that being said, we're going to start with just a little kind of pranayama breath. And this is a take on Viloma breath. Now, Viloma breath is this 2 to 3 to 4 part inhale done really slowly, and then a long exhale. But we're going to invigorate it a little bit this morning. So, as you're sitting comfortably, it's like a combination of Viloma and Kapalabhati. Notice how your breath is in and out through your nose. So you can close your eyes or just be quiet for a moment. I got some guys making pancakes behind me. So if they're kind of distracting, let me know and I'll kick them out of the kitchen. But I've got my earbuds in, so hopefully we can all get along this morning. But notice your breath. Is it coming in and out through the nose easefully? And this has a lot to do. Shark boy. This has a lot to do with not only how we change the patterns in our nose, but like your environment. Right? If the area is dry, right? Maybe it's cold and you kind of stepped up a bit. So, kind of honoring your nature around you in respect to the nature coming in and out of you. And the idea is not to get frustrated if it's not exactly how you want, right? But just kind of recognize, be aware, step out of yourself and observe. Now, if your nose is a little kind of stuffed up today, for this one, it might be good just to have a Kleenex or tissue by you. And just come into a natural rhythm. We'll see if we can get about 10 rounds. So you're going to empty out. And then through the nose, inhale twice. Pause. And then exhale long through the nose. Back into it right away. Inhale. Pause. Exhale long through the nose. Now, if you tend to get dizzy with that or kind of the mind wanders, open your eyes, steady gaze. And if that doesn't go away, then continue to just breathe naturally and just stay with us. Otherwise, we're going to start to find our rhythm. right? You can kind of follow my hands. Just 2 inhales through the nose, long exhale. Now just continue while I talk. You can stay with this rhythm, or for the last so many, and I lost count because we're almost close to 10. We can do a couple more. You're going to add an inhale. So it'll be a 3-part inhale. Let's see if we can do 8 more rounds. 2 or 3, your choice. 6 more. Last couple of rounds. It's if you're still going. Good. Just come back to a natural breath. Let your hands just rest on your thighs, palms down. Just kind of ground that energy. Maybe you feel the body a little warm. Maybe you feel the throat warm, little vibration. Maybe you brought up some congestion. Right? So there's no wrong, right? There's no right either. There's this, your state of being right here. And then we want to really start the language. Right? And on Wednesday, I spoke about like the breath is this choreographer. It's choreographing the movements of the body. And sometimes, it's like the first vinyasa, it's just not choreographed right. The breath isn't in there, the body's not warm. And it's okay if we come back to those steps. We really articulate our practice through our breath. It's finding the rhythm. And it's like when you're in this kind of dance space, you're not thinking about the moves, right? They are happening. And that's the goal of our practice, is to like breath and body to just happen to us. And sometimes, yeah, I like to do creative movements and stuff. So the analytical mind has to be there, right? You're trying to step into the shape safely. But we're going to find a pattern today to kind of let that kind of choreography happen for yourself in the practice. So with that being said, just a couple more deep breaths. If you have any individual intention, drop your chin to your chest and take a couple deep breaths. Invite the intention in with the idea of letting it go and not attaching to it, the outcome. Good. Let's get into it. From here, shift out of your legs. Take your time to get there, and you're going to come to down dog. Take the next 30 seconds or so to move in your dog, adjust your clothes, set up your mat for success. Remove any small children that shouldn't be in the room. Thank you. In the most yogic fashion. Good. Now just take your hands, walk back to your feet, come into a forward fold at the back of the mat, feet hip bone distance apart. You'd say a little deeper hello to the hamstrings. Right? And any kind of choreography, it's like you got to see what you have to work with, right? And it changes every day. So What are you physically, emotionally, mentally working with today? And we got to honor it, right? We make those adjustments, and that it only comes from awareness, right? When we just kind of get in with these expectations of trying to get into these poses, we'll most likely be disappointed. We want to leave the door open. Good. You're going to walk back, forward, into plank all the way. Right? If your knees need to come down, right? That's part of your awareness. Like, yeah, I'm not ready to start for full plank. So you just really working that knees down half plank. Like, how can you really be present in the shape? Otherwise, just 3 more cycles of breath. See if you can make them slow and steady, even though the mind's kind of going like, all right, this is long enough. You know, there's only one more beautiful breath. Good. You're going to shift forward, bend the elbows, lower all the way down, reach the toes back. We'll do this figure 8 kind of warm up through the spine, through the shoulders. So you're just shifting back and forth. Maybe the chest starts to rise as you kind of play with this sahaja. Now, sahaja translates loosely into spontaneous. Okay, and once again, we're checking in with the body, like what you got to work with today, right? And then we'll come in to this more aligned place, right? Cobra up dog. So the body is kind of holding muscles, joints, and then let the breath feed into the shape. Start to maneuver the smaller muscles. The navel draws back, really reaching through the legs so much you feel light on the knees. Good. From here, curl your toes under. Press the knees down, lift your hips. Exhale. Here's a bonus chaturanga. See if you can hold knees down, elbows in. Good. Push the arms to straight plank. Exhale, down dog. Look to the top of the mat. End of your exhale, step or hop your feet. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. This first one, we're going to roll up, but with intention, feeling the muscles hug to the bones. Slowly, kind of feel yourself lift up. Shoulders shrug back. Still checking in. Couple shoulder rolls. Right? Just like, oh yeah, what's going on up in the neck and the shoulders today? All right. Maybe you got crunchiness. Maybe it's smooth. Take the arms up, reach up to the sky. Exhale, squeeze the elbows down. Coming into our first salutation. Big breath in. Exhale, squeeze the elbows down. Let the head follow the hands. So as you inhale, reach up, start to feel the chest lift. Exhale, elbows, chin, come down. Good. One more time. You're going to reach up. Exhale, elbows come down. This time your hands are going to interlace behind your back. Interlace, bend the knees to lay your belly between the thighs. Let the neck completely relax. And then start to push through the feet to take your sit bones up to the sky. Good. Hands come to the low back. Slide the hands down. Plant the palms. Step back to plank or down dog if you're skipping the vinyasas. Chaturanga. Up dog cobra. All right, so most of us very familiar with those movements. So really it should be a poignant place to go in, to let the movement happen to you as opposed to do the movement. Good, right leg's gonna left, big breath in. Right knee to the nose. And you're just gonna tap right elbow, left elbow 3 times, right? You might not even touch it, but you're gonna go right, left 3 times, right, left. Feel the pull in the low belly, the oblique starting to get into the party. Good. Now, without taking the leg back, where can you get that right foot? So you're still using that deep core. Exhale, lower the left knee. Inhale, rise. Left elbow is going to bend. I want you to cap the left elbow, push into the right heel, lift up through the torso. 5 breaths here. Good, arms go up. Exhale, right arm's gonna swing down and towards the back of the mat, twist, keep the torso upright. If you want, see if you can bring that right hand to the left hip, and then the left arm goes up. Keep pressing through your right heel for stability. Good. Come back to center. Float the right arm up. Start in center. Bring the torso back. This one's a little more balance oriented. Left arm goes back. Okay. You can bring the left arm to the left inner thigh. Reach up. Keep the right hip hugging under. Good. Both arms come up. Feel the body go back to center. Exhale. Plant the hands. Lift the back thigh up. Plant the palms. Pull the right leg back. Plank chaturanga. Moving with your breath. The inhale brings you into the back bend. The exhale carries you back to down dog for 3. Here we keep coming back to the rhythm of the breath as our guide. More so than my voice. Left leg's gonna left. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, left knee to the nose. And you're just going left and right. So left, right. Pull the low belly in. Get those obliques firing this morning. And then come back to center. Try not to take the leg back, just step it forward. And, notice what the mind feels like. You're like, oh, darn it, all they got there. It's okay, right? We're in a dance. Recover. Right knee comes down, rise. Find your stability. Right elbow bends, left hand caps it. And the idea is you want that right tricep, the outer upper arm moving forward, the bicep kind of rotating back. To help stay grounded, steady gaze, left heel roots, frontal hip bones lift. Good. Reach the arms up. We're coming into the closed twist. So left arm goes back first. Bring your right arm forward so you can feel the twist in the back of the heart, right? It's like, I like all these ta-da arms. Hug the left hip in, and then maybe your left hand will go to the right hip. Then take the right arm up and feel as though you're trying to elongate that right side of the body. Good. Come back to that neutral position first, torso forward. Right arm goes back. This time you can keep the left arm up because it's not so huge. We're doing an open twist. Keep the front rib cage in. Reach the right arm back. Maybe you go to the right inner thigh. Find a wee bit of a back bend. Keep that left hip hugging in. Good. Breathe. Breathe into the tight areas. Like so, shoulders, ribs, low back. Good. Come back to neutral first. So both arms go up. And then exhale. Hands come down. Find your vinyasa, plank chaturanga. Up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog. Good. From here, right leg lifts. So we're going to do the same sequence. You can add on or take away, right? You're going to pull the right knee forward. And you're going to lower it to the ground, just to hover above the ground and push up. Lower. So my arms are going to stay straight. This is all coming from my back and my core. Lower and push. One more. Lower and push. And then push so much, your right foot comes forward. Bend the right knee. Get steady first. Fingertips on the ground. Come up to crescent. Right? So if you're on a tightrope, when you come up, you're totally going to be wobbly. From here, left knee slightly bends, rise. Now, left elbow can bend. If you want to add, right arm comes behind. See if you can find your fingertips. Gomukhasana arms. If not, just take that right fingertip towards the left hip, draw the rib cage in, open up the chest. Bend the knee in the front a little bit. Okay, and use your hands. Like we want to lengthen the low back, lift the upper back. If your hands are attached, draw the shoulders away from each other. Draw the front rib cage in. Okay, so we all have like our own steps to really find the depth, right, for what we need in this moment. Last couple of breaths here. Good. Arms come up. Woo! Exhale. The twist. Take it in the body first, like in the torso. Right? Hug that right hip in, stability. And then the hand will come to the outer left hip. Then the left arm goes up. Bend a little bit, find more, open up the chest. Okay, we're really getting into the kidneys, right? And the adrenal glands. Breathe into those areas. Bring the arms back front first. Yeah. And we're going to go into the open twist. Keep the right arm up. Take the left arm back. Maybe finding the inner thigh and lift. Low back lengthening down, heart lifting. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, arms go up, big breath in. Exhale all the way to chaturanga if that's where you're going. Empty out so you can get a full breath in for your back bend and down dog. Home base. There's lots of critters involved today. I like it. Deep breath in. Exhale completely. Left leg's gonna lift. Pull the left knee into the nose. Keep the arms straight. Work in the shoulder girdle. Right? Lower the knee. Just hover. Push up. Push the arms round through the spine. Lower. Try to keep the shoulders over the wrists. Push up. Good. One more. Push up. Now keep that pushing up and step your left foot forward. Don't rush to lift the torso. Come onto your fingertips and then come into crescent. So make sure that stability. It's much easier to get the stability down here than to start to correct up here. Okay? And it's worth those extra breaths. Okay? You get the steps right. Arms go up, bending the right elbow. Okay? Maybe the side of the shoulder and the chest is a little more open now. You can get the fingertips. If not, don't force it. Right elbow up to the sky. Use that left forearm if the hands aren't attached to lower the low back, lift the heart. If the hands are attached, elbows drawing away from each other. Right? Feed into your shape, not the idea of your expectations. Right? You work with what you have and mold it. Right? So it's this symbiotic relationship between you doing and the pose happening. Good. One more full breath here. Take the arms up to neutral. Good. Here, we'll take the closed twist. So both arms reach out, right forward, left back. Bring the left hand to the right hip and then go up through the torso. Those little wobbly notes are really important. We're building strength, we're building stability. Good. Both arms come back to center. Exhale, switch to the other side. So the right hand will come back, get through the inner thigh. And this one shouldn't feel as intense as that closed twist. So maybe you go more for the back bend, right? Really lifting the heart away from the belly button. 3 more cycles of breath.